Alrighty guys, hey guys, welcome back to another Arrowverse recap. Today we are going through episode 4 of Batwoman, Supergirl, and The Flash. Now, and episode 3 of Arrow. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into the recap. So, Batwoman, episode 4, otherwise entitled, Who Are You? So, the episode starts off as a magpie getting lowered into a bank and trying to steal something. Kate is with Regan, you know, the girl that we met last episode. Killer Croc name drop. But then Luke messes with Kate's love, and so she makes up bad excuses like, oh yeah, it's work. And so the whole work thing will have to come into play because at the end of the episode she starts a retail state firm. I basically already told you that. So Roxana Martez is getting the pictures of the necklace because she'll be presenting it. Alice BF problems. He is dehydrated and now he's almost dead, and so Batwoman takes her to Mary's clinic. Alice wants a toy to destroy Vase. No, Alice wants a toy from Catherine. And then Catherine keeps trying to send in men, but then they get their fingers cut off. And then, so the cops try to look for this magpie girl, but then they haven't been looking up in the Eagle camps. And so they do find Magpie, and they fight, and then Magpie escapes, and Batwoman tries to hit her with a boomerang, and then she breaks a vase. Like, what? And Kate steals a grenade from Magpie. Oh yeah, the threat Magpie, Kate's mission is stop Magpie. I don't think there was any other mission in the episode. Kate goes on a date with Regan. And then Sophie comes into the office and is like, the bomb came from the crows. Luke keeps interrupting Kate and Regan's love, and the Magpie is in Wayne Tower. Magpie stole the necklace. The grenade was a 3D printed grenade made by exploding ink. Catherine gave Alice 3 hostages, basically, and cut off their fingers. Explosive P.O. box. The explosives were sent to a P.O. box. Cold room to keep others out. So Batwoman goes to the P.O. box, finds where Magpie is, but the room is too cold. Luke talks Batarang when she's in the cold because she can't speak, because if she speaks then a bomb will go off. And then Kate gets necklace, and then she sneezes, and then he's like, did you just woo? So yeah. BF up. The boyfriend is up, and he's like, Alice? And then Mary plays Alice, and to get the plan, and she does, and the dude mummers, mouse. And so, yeah. She has plans for mouse. Sophie and Regan meet at the convention that is being held by Roxana. So Kate has having Regan go there as a date at the takedown location. So the thing that they stole off of the computer when they went in there was a thing of a 3D printed necklace, and so the necklace that she took was a fake. And then Magpie's there and is like, "You want to stop me or you want to go save them?" Triggers all the beads of bombs. Yeah. Okay, and then no more relationships. Okay, so yeah, she saves a lot of people. No more relationships with Kate and Regan, and then there's no more relationship with Catherine and Jacob because Catherine tells Jacob about how it was fake. Those were deer bones. And oh yeah, the thing was, tell Mr. Jacobs, or I'll tell him myself what you really did. And so, yeah. Alright, so the quote of the episode is Luke saying, "Rather cold than dead." Which, yeah. Alright, Supergirl. Episode 4, otherwise entitled In Plain Sight. So, the threat of this episode is malefic. The missions for Brainy is to fix the phantom projector and fix Amphibiator. The thing, so they couldn't get vibed, mind controlled. Lena's is get tech or get malefic. And then the DEO is to stop malefic. Yeah. They have a plan to stop malefic where they're all different people. Where John is dressed as Kelly, like, "Oh no, who's that? Who you?" And then she's like, "You can't run away. You can't stop me, brother." And yeah. Kelly sees Agent Black. Okay, so yeah, Kelly and James are in Calvin Town, and when they're on their way to Calvin Town, Kelly sees Agent Blake get zapped, and then shoot again. Martation Protocol? What? Overprotective Alex, and she's like, "No, we can't do this. We just need to use the blaster. But if Malefic would have gotten control of one of us, we could have used it on James or John." And then Veridex blaster killed Martians. That's the blaster I was talking about. That would control. Yeah. Anyway. James returned. No, never mind. Kids in the old town home in the Calvin Town home where their town home was. William is acting suspicious, more suspicious. So he is in Mexico City, right? And then he fakes a person's death, and so Kara is following William this whole episode. Yeah. Lena plans to use a malefic. Kara follows William. Yeah, like I already said. And Sergio works with William. Projector test fails. Brainy is trying to fix the projector, and because malefic phased through the projector, so that's why they need to fix the projector. So he can't phase through it, and so there's just a bunch of fails. James invites the kid to dinner after they just saved him. Invites a kid. I don't remember his name. Kara versus Airbender. So Kara's like, "Are you that?" The Airbender comes in and is like, "Are you that person?" Yeah. And then blows her out, and she comes back in as Supergirl, and is like, "You could have really hurt that girl." Malefic is in the DEO, and then there's more tests, more fails. And then while Brainy's over there doing his math, she's like, she changes the location for the dropping malefic. James goes to the paper. Nelson tells him to go home. To be like, because, okay, so let me tell you more about this Calvin Town. No one cares about anything. So people won't care to help people. And the kid's mom went to jail just for petty theft. And it's like 10 years for petty theft. And so the city's going to crap. Yeah. Fake death and Bestmal. Anyway, the cleric sinner. Oh, yeah. Well, before he vanished, he said cleric, which means sinner. Maldez. I don't know. Brother talk. Malefic talks to his brother, and he's like, "You are the monster, not Malefic." Yeah. John tells Kara, like, "I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have kept it a secret from you and Alex." Nia told her, "But no, Nia's been with me." For what? Malefic. And yeah. Army. James gave the kid the best lawyer. He took the mom's case. Simmons. And then Kelly connected it to Malefic and is like, "We gotta go." And then uses Atex to talk to Malefic. John uses Alex to talk to Malefic. What did I write? I can't even remember my own handwriting. But then Malefic is actually there, and then Malefic has a lot of people getting ready to shoot, but then they throw down a portal, pew 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 pew, and then they accidentally break that, so Supergirl goes up there, saves, and then James and Kelly show up and is like, "What do we do?" They take off her jacket, and then, hey, there's a bomb on Alex, and so then there's a whole plan where they do that whole thing. Yeah, Brandy and Nia talk about their relationship. And the last thing is that James returns to Calvin Town, and that's how he gets written out of the show. And then William is undercover. He's trying to know what Rhonda Ricardona, the person that's in charge of Catco, and the thing. Now, and the quote is from James, saying, standing up for what's right always means something." And so yeah, James is also written off the show, so I just thought, hey, have a quote of his be the last quote that I have. And then there was also another one where it was stand up and fight, and that's justice. Stand up and fight. Stand up and fight justice. And just, I don't know what I put there. I crossed it out. So, alright. Now we are into Flash episode 3. Flash episode 3 is otherwise entitled "There Will Be Blood." And the threat is Ramsey. Barry and Cisco is to save Ramsey, and Ramsey's mission is to get more blood. And yeah, those are basically the two missions of the episode. So yeah, Ramsey at the hotel. So the episode starts off with Ramsey at a hotel being like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" "I just checked in early. I didn't have anything else to do at home, so I thought, hey, let me just check in early." And then he goes, and he's already feeling a bit dozy, and he goes to steal more blood to test it. Cisco is mad about Barry's sacrifice, and he's that's actually Cisco's plan in this episode. That's Cisco's mission, is to save Barry in this episode. Ramsey stole 10 liters of blood. This is apparently Joe's day off, because I guess it's the Halloween episode, so that's why this episode is titled Happy Halloween, because it happened it's Halloween on this day. So, yeah. his blood to new blood to more power. He puts his blood to that blood to make more power, but it's not enough. So he needs more. Ramsey's past. We go over Ramsey's past, and yeah. Cisco and Barry talk about saving Ramsey. Nosh, it comes back and he's like, I bugged you. I didn't bug Starlight, I bugged you. He's like, no you didn't. And Cisco's checking everything. And then Nosh wants them to build something for him, and then they will give them something in return. Iris finds a lead for Ralph, but Ralph doesn't care. This serum thing is for Ramsey. What came from the Dominators. If it gets into the wrong hands, it's a dangerous weapon. Cisco plans to use it to save Barry, because it can replace bad cells with the new cells, something like that. Cisco plants something on a McCulloch tech. Cisco takes the thingy and lies to Barry about taking it, because he wants to make something to save Barry without him knowing. Ramsey is pissed, and more memories. He's pissed because the blood isn't working. And then Barry finds the thingy, and then Cisco threatens Barry, and then now Cisco's pissed. Frost talks to Cisco about him vanishing again. Then Joe talks to Ralph about Barry vanishing. And then the reasoning is he didn't like that is because he gave up on case because he can't save. He gave up on the case because why save them if we can't save Barry? And so Barry goes to Ramsey. Barry goes to Ramsey and gives him the thingy, and then he tests the thingy with the blood. Ramsey, it doesn't work, and so for Ramsey to live, he has to kill. And then they get a lot of emergency sightings. They get a lot of warning sirens going off, and then then they see a dead body, and so Frost stays back with the person, and then Flash goes to Ramsey and it's like, Ramsey, what are you doing? And then he makes them zombies. And so Frost vs zombies, and then Barry versus some zombies as well. So after that, he tries to talk to Ramsey, and he's like, no, sing, and then Spider-Man. And yeah. And then after they leave, the zombies things melt. And then Ralph apologizes to Iris for not taking the case earlier. And then they give then Cisco gives Nash the thing, and then he uses it, and then that thing brings him. Then Nash finds Monitor and where he's been hiding out this whole time. And then Joe and Barry talk. There's no last, right? Okay, so the quote of the episode is Frost saying, "You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved." All right. So now for the best episode of Arrow so far is that oh my gosh, pick it up. God dang it. Alright, so episode 3 of Arrow, otherwise entitled Leap of Faith. This episode was directed by Katie Cassidy, so that's why she's not going to be in it. Missions. Oliver, find trust in Monitor, and then John is to stop Kuiper, and then the future team is to stop the Slade gang. Okay, so Oliver on Nano Parvette with Thea. The Thea has a bruise from Athena, and then Lazarus pits are all gone, and she didn't come back because she still has some stuff with the Thantress Glade. Oh yeah, the threat are the Glide, and Athena and Kuiper. So yeah. Then they have a little reconnection. Oliver tells Thea everything, and then also it's cool that Oliver tried to contact Sarah. John is on another mission, which that's why. And then yeah, future stuff I'll talk to you later. Oliver and Thea mission leads them to the catacombs. They found an article, then they burn it, and now it's a little thing, little ball thing that's basically a map. And then the glide shows up, and Athena, Oliver worries about Thea and tells her to stay back. The tomb is on top of the mountain, and then Athena betrays Oliver. They get up to the top of the mountain, and she's like, haha. And then Thea came back to help Oliver, and then they have to climb the mountain. John Dick. Yes. So John is walking away from risks because he doesn't want Oliver to fail. So he wants to be helping Oliver with this, and he's worried that he won't be able to see his wife ever again. So, I don't know if this episode's titled Happy Halloween. I don't know, but Happy Halloween. Climbing mountain talk, tomb traps, Indiana Jones references, and John runs into some risky stuff, and so Thea versus Talia, and then Thea makes Talia yield, and now they're gonna work together to make a League of Heroes. And so then they find the book that they went there to look for, and then they read it, and then the Monitor is actually causing this crisis to happen. But it's possibly also just the Anti-Monitor. And so yeah. Now future stuff. The team gets back to the bunker. William is okay. JJ and them are targeting members of the Star City Unification, which are people that support the Star City. And then they want to trap. William wants to be a bait for the trap for JJ. They hack into Galaxy 1, and Mia is afraid of losing William. William and Mia fight about something. I don't really remember. They got eyes on the gang in that sense, so they go fight the gang. They're all fighting the gang, but then Mia versus JJ, and Mia gets down, and then Zoe's like, I'm gonna save my friend. You good? And then she gets stabbed herself. Zoe is killed. But then the coolest freaking thing happens. Okay, so first so Mia is just there mourning while JJ runs, and then Connor's running after him. And then William is just there crying by his computer. And then Connor's just on top of him and is like, pulls out a knife, and JJ's like, you don't got the balls. And he's like, yeah. And then the screens go white, and then the Monitor brings the future to the present. Like, what? That was actually pretty cool. So, and now the quote is William saying, Have you ever heard that thing about patience being a virtue? Because she didn't have any patience. Mia. And that's what they were fighting about. So yeah, that does it for this Arrowverse recap. If you've got... Alright guys, hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please leave a big like down below. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. So, I have new things coming. I have Wondering Wayne, which is about me wondering. If I'm wondering about something, I'll look it up online and I'll be showing you what I'm wondering about. And then there's also another series called Wayne Reacts, and I'm going to be reacting to stuff, hopefully, possibly in the near future. So, alright guys, hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, please leave a big like down below, and if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Peace.